President Bola Tinubu signs National Students Loan Amendment Bill into law.
We are determined to ensure education is given the proper attention.
Federal government approves new electricity tariff for only customers on Band A fuels.
The Commission has approved a rate review of 225 naira per kilowatt hour for just under 15% of the customer population in nursing.
Nigeria Customs Service announces 1.3 trillion naira as revenue generated first quarter of 2024.
And on Good Morning Nigeria today, we shall appraise primary health care in Nigeria and how best to improve delivery.
Primary health care is the most critical stage in healthcare service delivery. Unfortunately, Nigeria has made little progress and is yet to meet expectations since it adopted the primary healthcare system in 1978 following the Alma Ata Declaration.
Some years later, precisely in 1985, the then health administrator led Professor Ransom Kuti, recognizing the all-important role of the healthcare system, established the first sets of primary health centers in 52 local government areas of the country.
And more than 3 decades on, there are reportedly over 30,000 primary health centers. However, investigation reveals only about 25% are functional, with many Nigerians lacking access to adequate healthcare services. And
back in 2017, attention to mitigating the predicament increased, prompting the then administration of former President Muhammadu Buhari to kick off a scheme revitalizing more than 10,000 primary healthcare centers across the country, with the provision of $1.5 million to state governments and the Federal Capital Territory.
The Basic Healthcare Provision Fund was launched and operationalized in 2019. By 2022, a disbursement of 101 billion naira to about 7,600 primary healthcare facilities mandated by the National Health Act was effected.
Absolutely, Ademola. Fast forward to April 2024, and yet more funds are being injected as the federal government has approved the release of 25 billion naira to the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency and the National Health Insurance Authority in a move to strengthen access to primary health services across the country.
And according to sources, the fund extracted from the Basic Healthcare Provision Fund is expected to flow through these two agencies to all states, improving the capacity of about 8,000 primary healthcare centers to provide services.
But the key challenges of accountability, transparency, and corruption cannot be ignored in the health system. So experts are concerned about supervision and monitoring of funds to translate to efficient delivery of quality healthcare delivery system, especially for women and children.
Already, efforts are being made in driving a transparent framework with the involvement of civil society groups, Economic Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, and Independent Corrupt Practices Commission, ICPC.
But ultimately, the goal remains improving population health outcomes and ensuring accessibility to healthcare for all. This is our focus today as we assess primary healthcare in Nigeria and amplifying improvement. You're welcome to the program. I am Jumai Yusuf.
And I am Ademola Adeoye. Thank you for joining us this Thursday morning. We broadcast live on the network service of the NTA. In a moment, we will begin with highlights of the morning news and much later newspaper review. Let's now join Mina Daniels for the morning news. Hello, Mina.
Hello, Jumai and Ademola. Good morning. Here is the news. And we begin from Borno State, where a late-night fire has engulfed Gamboro Market, one of the densely populated markets in Maiduguri metropolis, Borno State. Although firefighters, security operatives, and people in the neighborhood have quenched the fire, cause of the disaster is yet to be ascertained. And details of that will come in the course of Good Morning Nigeria. And President Bola Tinubu says his administration is determined to ensure that education sector is given proper attention to develop and drive a more rapid growth of the country. The president said this as he signed the National Students Loan Scheme Amendment Bill at the State House.
To ensure education is given the proper attention necessary for the country, including skill development programs. Education is the tool to fight against poverty effectively.
Electricity customers who enjoy 20 hours of supply and above daily will now pay more as the federal government has approved new tariff for them under the new tariff regime announced by the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission. Customers on Band A will now pay 225 naira per kilowatts, up from 68 naira.
Approved a rate review of 225 naira per kilowatt hour for just under 15% of the customer population in NESI.
The Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, is resolute at meeting the May deadline and some priority projects execution. The minister reiterated this when he inspected some ongoing projects in Guzangbe District, Abuja.
Generally, I think we're doing well. To the glory of God, we're doing well. We're doing well. So, and I commend all of you for your support. And the residents of Abuja who have been making some sacrifice, if you see some road, the diverted traffic. And the other one we went to where there was better walking. The Republicans agreed that all the areas that were new surfacing will be completed before even though we are not inviting Mr. President to commission them, but let the world know that Abuja is wearing a new look.
The Nigerian Customs Service has announced 1.3 trillion naira as revenue generated by the service in the first quarter of 2024. At a news conference in Abuja, Customs Controller General Adewale Adeniyi emphasized that the amount is 122% higher than what was collected during the same period in 2023.
NCS demonstrated remarkable performance in revenue collection. Total revenue collected during this period amounted to 1 trillion naira, 347 billion, 675 million, 608,972.75 kobo. The collection for the first quarter represents a substantial increase of 122.35% when we compare it to the same period last year, where we collected a total of 606 billion, 119 million, 935,146 naira.
And authorities have made progress in the investigation into the series of tragic accidents that occurred on the Obajana Road in Kogi State, claiming the lives of 14 individuals last Sunday. One of the truck drivers involved has been apprehended as inquiries into the fatal incidents continue. Kogi State Sector Commander, Federal Road Safety Corps, Samuel Sunday Oyedeji, gave an update on the situation during a briefing in Lokoja.
15 minutes to go and go. We started 13 on the high. But this morning, out of the two that were rescued, one of them died.
And of course, we're heading back to Borno now, where we are being joined by Major Adamu to discuss the updates of the fire incident that happened there. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Mina.
Tell us exactly how the fire started and just give us a clearer picture of what happened and the situation at the moment.
The situation at the moment, we say every place is calm, especially at the scene of the fire inferno at Gamboru Market, one of the densely populated markets in Maiduguri metropolis, the Borno State capital. It's indeed another unfortunate day for Borno State, especially residents of Maiduguri, the state capital, talking about fire incidents. Borno is at the moment undergoing post-insurgency recovery. The government is investing a lot, so are the people, in order to get everything up and going, talking about the economic well-being of the people, talking about the markets and the lifeline of the people. Of recent, fire incidents have become too rampant. The governor has a cause to complain about the fire outbreaks at IDP camps. We knew recently about the fire incident that engulfed the Monday market, the central market here in Borno State, and now is Gamboru Market, which occurred last night. A lot of mystery associated with the fire incident. One is late in the night. Two, there was no power supply. The market was closed to business, so nobody can actually say definitively what happened. But I'm being joined now by the Executive Secretary of the State Emergency Management Agency, Dr. Barkindo Mohammed, who has been one of the earliest callers when the incident broke out. We'll get some of the details from him. DG Sema, what actually happened by your assessment?
Yeah, actually for now we cannot ascertain the cause of the fire, but we can be able to see the extent of the damages. And also when we are giving the brief history of the fire incident, around November last year, this particular place exactly not even an inch away from it, fire gutted all these places, destroyed almost everything, and it happened again. So it is very, very unfortunate, as you said, and it is a mystery. But nevertheless, we cannot say that we don't know the reason. But actually, we are still trying to find out the reason what happened.
What is the extent of damage?
The extent of damage, the fire started yesterday at around 10:05 in the night. That is 10:05 p.m. when I got a distress call. Then we rushed to the place around just some minutes after that because I was nearby area. So from that night to now, yesterday in the night it was dark. There is no sufficient light to enable us to ascertain the extent of the damage, and the fire is still ongoing. And up till now, the fire is still ongoing. We cannot ascertain the level of the damage, but we can see means of livelihood were destroyed. That is their generators, their grinding machine, then their commercial goods and other things were destroyed. So we are here now to assess the extent of the damage and also to ascertain the injury. But as of yesterday, there was no any injury.
How immediate was emergency response?
The actual emergency response yesterday, I was able to communicate with His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Borno State. He directed me to, as a matter of urgency, try and find means of food, because most of them rely on daily income. So he mandated me to go and source to provide them with food. And also, if all of us will know, we are towards ending of Ramadan, where there is a Zakatul Fitr, that is giving out the alms for the Ramadan. So we need to give them something so that they can at least like a succor to them. So we are.
Okay, many thanks, Major Mac, for that very brief update there. I'm sure we'll also get to hear from you in the course of the bulletins today. And of course, those are the news highlights for now. Good Morning Nigeria continues with Jemai and Ademola after this break.